Gon's last ultimate power, Nen Awakening, Continent Destruction. Gon or Gon. I personally like to call him Gon. People say the pronunciation, I can't say pronunciation right, but I'll say the way I say his name is not the right way. They say you should say his name Gon rather than Gon, but I like saying Gon personally. But yeah, he's the main character in this wonderful series known as Hunter x Hunter. And I gotta say, man, like when we first saw Gon, he was just a simple character who had speed, agility. He had very crazy attributes, and his main weapon was that fishing rod. But we definitely knew that something special was gonna happen. He was going to gain a special power, and to make him a very intriguing character and a very powerful character. And man, in the Chimera Ant arc, it was crazy. I'm just going to say right now, that's an understatement. It was very crazy. Adult Gon. That transformation is one of the most iconic transformations, not just in the Hunter x Hunter series, in anime in general. His power was equal to Medium, the king. And we saw how powerful the king was when old Netero, who regained a little bit of his prime power, not a lot, but he still couldn't even, like, he gave him a little scratch, that's it. Zero Hand had not defeated Medium, and I gotta say, I don't know if that's adult Gon is gonna be his strongest form, but I personally feel like it's not gonna be his strongest form. I feel like Gon will get stronger on his own and then use a power in which he actually earned that power, and it's gonna be stronger than adult Gon. So I think we have so much to look forward to. Many characters that have known Gon have said that he has limitless potential. Bisky, Wing-san, his trainers, Razor, like many, Hisoka. And honestly, he's an enhancer. His Nen ability is an enhancer, and we saw, like, yo, I'm telling you right now, he was using Zetsu before he even knew what Nen was when he was tracking down Hisoka. Gon is a special character. His potential is through the roof, and I personally feel like the fact that he's an enhancer, man, oh man, when it comes to physicality, yo, it's gonna be crazy. Plus, we have to remember Gon's father is actually Jing Freaks. He's a top 5 Nen user in the entire series. And he also has another relative who I don't want to spoil for anime onlys. If you have been reading the manga, you know who I'm talking about. Yes, all I'm gonna say is 300. That's all I'm gonna say. But people who are anime onlys and you're interested in reading the manga, I would suggest you do, because it's very entertaining. Chapter 340. That's just my thoughts. But yeah, Gon's bloodline is litty. And we know Hisoka actually saw something in Gon, and I know people are gonna think, oh man, Hisoka saw something very creepy. I'm saying right now, y'all, I'm not talking about like that. I'm talking about he saw something in Gon when it comes to him and being a fighter. He didn't want to kill Gon, and he knew that Gon had a potential to become very powerful, and that's why he said they're gonna fight in the future with no rules after they fall in the Heaven's Arena arc. And that just means it's foreshadowing by Togashi that Hisoka and Gon are gonna have a final battle and the story. I hope that Gon has a time skip so he's more like older, so it'll be even more badass, and I think it's gonna be crazy. Gon's first Nen teacher, Wing, was also an enhancer, and I personally feel like he's going to return to the series when it comes to helping Gon regain his Nen, maybe, or even further advance his Hatsu, because he was giving his Gon advice on when it comes to Hatsu. And it's crazy because Togashi never really revealed Wing's Hatsu. He kept that as a secret, so maybe he will reveal it the same way Gon regains his Nen and actually further develops his Hatsu. So it'll be very lit, very hype. And Gon's just a character who's very resilient. We've seen this in many moments. I think one of the early moments was versus Hanzo, the crazy ninja, who I can't wait to see him in the future, Dark Continent arc probably. And I gotta say, Genthru, his battle with Genthru the Bomber, very underrated fight. You should rewatch or reread that fight if you don't really remember it. It's at the end of Greed Island arc, and I gotta say, I was very crazy intense. Gon sacrificed his own arm. Yes, he did regain it, but still, he used his mind strategic wise, and he was so resilient. I gotta give it to Gon. Now, I talked about a last ultimate power, a Nen awakening, a continent destruction. I think the path to this crazy ability will be Gon actually going to the top floor of Heaven's Arena. I think he will get strong enough to actually get to the top floor of Heaven's Arena. I think he will defeat multiple floor masters, and that's going to really progress him when it comes to his Nen and his basic training, and he's pretty much going to harness his ability. And the reason why I put continent destruction in the actual title of this video is because I believe Gon will actually, he's probably going to be the strongest enhancer when it comes to EOS end of the series. I could be wrong though, but I feel like he's going to be the best enhancer of all time in Hunter x Hunter the series. I'm not just saying that he's the main character. I believe the foreshadowing has been there. And what if he has an attack or a power in which it actually doesn't destroy all of the Dark Continent, but actually leaves the biggest destruction the Dark Continent has ever faced? He showed Morel. Remember that scene at versus Morel where he showed his power when it comes to his rock paper, his Jajunkin? It was very lit. So imagine an older Gon, a time skip Gon maybe, who's harnessed his ability, has gotten stronger. He'll definitely get his Nen back, and just imagine an attack even 20 times stronger, or a million times stronger than that. It will get me hyped. That's why I say continent destruction, yo, and I can't wait to see Gon in the Dark Continent. It's gonna be fire. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about Gon and having a last ultimate power, a Nen awakening of some sort? Maybe a continent destruction attack. That's maybe too pushing it, but I'm just a big fan of this character Gon. I really love him as a character, and I feel like he's gonna have some crazy stuff in the future. Yeah, it's gonna be hype. Like and share if you enjoyed, like and share only if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more Hunter x Hunter content. I'm NenMac, and I'm gone.